to talk about what is on the menu. And I just have to mention, Antoinette and I go way back. I'd say 3 years or so, right?
I love that.
Yeah, and she was so kind to let us into the restaurant. We were doing a story. It was nightside reporting. It was during pandemic. And we were looking for restaurants to talk to, right? They're still opening and how they're still accommodating. And Antoinette was so kind to let us because it was freezing outside. She's like, you want some hot soup? You want something to eat? And I was like, yes, please. A jury verdict may come down this week in a cold case murder of a Montgomery County Sheriff deputy. Larry Smith was charged with shooting and killing Captain James Tappan Hall. This happened in Rockville back in 1971. Now on the 50th anniversary, investigators went over the evidence and interviewed people named in the original files. They say Smith admitted to the murder and moved to Little Falls, New York more than 40 years ago. Residents in Prince William County have filed a second lawsuit over the impending construction of data centers. The lawsuit was filed against the Board of Supervisors on behalf of a dozen residents who live near the project site known as Manassas National Battlefield Park. The group says the land was rezoned without regard for impact on the region's unique historic, natural, and cultural resources. We're told it could be at least 6 months before there's any outcome or a decision. The Arlington County Fair has seen a monumental growth in attendance, according to Arlington Now. The total number of attendees jumped from 65,000 in 2020 to 150,000 this past year. And while there are still months to go, plans are already well underway to help accommodate for the larger crowds. The Red Cross is teaming up with the NFL for the National Blood Donor Month. Anyone who donates blood this January will be entered in a lottery. They'll have the chance to win an all-paid-for trip to go to the Super Bowl. The Red Cross last week announced an emergency blood shortage. The organization reported its lowest rate of donors in 20 years. All right, well, it was a snowy start to the morning, and as we take a live look into the city of Fairfax, Virginia this morning, it is coming down, and it actually looks really pretty, Tucker. I mean, not sticking to, obviously, the roads, but you can see it on the grassy sides there, and it seems like the drivers are behaving.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good.
All right, good morning, everyone. Ayesha Khan here, riding around in the Rockville area, right on Rockville Pike, bringing you live coverage of our weather conditions today. As you know, we're expecting a mix of sleet and snow and rain. So I'm going to be driving around the DMV area to just kind of show you how things are looking. This is coming to you live on our Fox Local that we just launched not too long ago. So I'm going to flip our camera so we can show you where we're driving around. This is Rockville Pike. We're still hanging around the Falls Church area off of Leesburg Pike. I was trying to find some people and kids to talk with as far as the disappointment of having no snow, even though right now in Falls Church, right in this shopping plaza at the Tyson Station shopping plaza, there is sleet coming down, which is kind of feel like slushy feeling. But I've got two wonderful, are we sisters? Are we friends? We're friends. Okay. What's your name, young lady?
Gabriella.
Gabriella, I know you were expecting probably snow to happen today, right? Are you a little disappointed?
Yes, I wanted to sled and hit people with snowballs.
Montgomery County Police, they tell me that ever since they, implemented this program, the drone has actually assisted them in responding to more than 150 calls just within downtown Silver Spring between November and December. In fact, right around 7:45 or so, we actually saw Raven 1, the drone kind of hanging in the air, just being in this ready position while we were editing our story. Meanwhile, though, some people we spoke with say this is great technology to help police. Their taxpayer dollars going towards something good, but they hope that this doesn't actually replace police manpower. Listen, you know that this part of Alexandria, majority of Alexandria, is very prone to flooding. So yes, it's been messy, it's been wet, and yeah, look behind me, all of that standing water here on South Union and Prince Streets. The street leading toward the river is shut down at the moment. A couple of tow trucks were here earlier, just trying to get someone's car out as well. And right when we were setting up our live shot, we saw that some of these buildings right behind me over here, they're now boarded up. That wasn't there like around 6 or 7 o'clock when we were talking to some people. So that's new. But
oh, yeah, quite the mess for sure. That is an understatement. Just look all around me. Standing water, all that water coming out from the river right by this area, if you're familiar with, right here on King Street and South Union. You've got the waterfront marina here. You've got a Starbucks here, which, by the way, is flooded. Their alarm was going off, so the firefighters were trying to get in there, trying to figure out how to get in there and turn that off. Now, they did that just a few minutes ago. Sandbags lining the businesses here and the stores. You know, it's going to be quite a mess for a lot of these business owners and these managers and employees to clean up starting tomorrow. Now, one guy came down here from Southern Maryland to celebrate his birthday, and man, he got quite the surprise.